So there's not masses of room here. I mean, that's the greenhouse that we go in. And as you can see here, as it goes round, he's probably what, an acre wide and probably a couple of acres deep. There's not much space, but it's round the corner from my house, so for doing little bits and pieces, it's ideal. This looks like we've done some test pits for a quarry or something like that just there. They didn't get what they wanted, so they've moved on elsewhere. We are surrounded by quarries around here, like. It's like quite a purposeful track down here. And then it just goes into totally overrun, not managed at all. So yeah, there's not much to report on. It's just an overgrown bit of woods. It's not major. The upside is it's in disrepair, so anything that you do here is a bonus. You're not going to have to cut trees down that are living for a long time because of the amount of dead standing. If anything, the only issue is more of a health and safety kind of thing with really tall dead trees. So yeah, happy days. I think just get a vehicle into the beginning bit and that's me happy. No major plans here. I spoke to the man in charge of kind of what's going on, and he's pretty much for the next 3 months don't really change much. Get somewhere to put the vehicles, get somewhere to make the videos, but other than that, nothing major. So yeah, I think maybe a bit of a movie night in the greenhouse once the fire's changed, get some zombie films on or something and camp in the woods. But yeah, it's like I say, it's around the corner from my house. There's woods, there's water, there's electric. It's not really off grid, it's not really out of the way, but it's better than a car park. It's better than a lay-by. It's somewhere you're not going to get bothered. So there we go, back at camp. Just come walking in down here. Past this bit. This is the accommodation. Nice little compound. So what I've ended up doing, I've ended up cutting it into 3 because it's just not manageable at that size. So what I've done is bit of soy sauce, bit of aromat, bit of lazy garlic, bit of lazy chilli, put it on the surface of that. I'm going to wrap them up now, put them back in the fridge for a couple of hours, and then we'll get them on the fire in a bit. So where this is, because it gets quite smoky in here, because as you can see, it pretty much misses that pipe, hits that, and then rolls up the inside of the greenhouse. So what they're doing is they're having a fire done like there, ideally with like a bit of an open front, because as you can see it's a bit of a communal area in this bit. So yeah, it's coming together slowly and we'll just see what we do. Can you turn this fire down a little bit? It's a bit too...
Sorry, I don't think there's much I can do now.
So we've got rump steak, just stuck a bit of cheese on there, some tomatoes, and what have you got?
The contents of the inside of a sausage and some vegetables.
Right, so we've had a real good feed tonight. There's a farm shop not far from here, so I went and got a rump steak, and I asked for a small cut off it. A small cut off it was, yeah, it wasn't that thick, but it was a large chunk. So beautiful, really nice. Marinated that. It was a little over the top with flavour, but it was nice. It was a real nice change. Put some blue cheese on there. Got the some soy sauce with some lazy garlic, lazy chilli, and aromat. If you don't know aromat, it's a South African thing, awesome. And had it with a bit of red wine as well. So that was well nice. And as an unemployed bum, it was a nice meal. So yeah, I've got another week off work. By the time you watch this video, I'll actually be, I'll not say where I'm going, it's a bit of a surprise, but I'm out on a bit of a photo shoot, a bit of a PR thing, getting some footage in that, out and about. Hopefully it's snowing where I am, so yeah, stand by, you might see some pictures and things on Instagram. If you're on Patreon, I'm going to try, if I've got signal, I'll go on the lens thing and I'll get as much footage as I can for you, as of now. I've got a fork in the road, so I can come down here, I can make the videos, I can bring a few friends, things like that. I pay obviously a rent to come down here and do the things, and if I bring people with me, they've got to pay per head. But it's not like a thing where I can put dozens of people coming down or things like that. So I'm at the fork in the road where if this takes off and it gets the funding and it does what it needs to do, this will be a thing. So when I say it will be a thing, it's like it will be the Bug Out Vehicles UK experience. So if you want to come down, I mean, there's a lot of you that are competent, you're competent people, you know your stuff, you know what you're doing, you don't need any help, it's just you want a social. Fair one. There's also people out there that are beginners, and there is a market for people that want to get out and they want to learn firelighting, they want to learn vehicle prep, they want to learn food prep in the field, and there's a lot of people that just take it for granted that they know this stuff. And this is one of them things where, especially with the budget basic camp thing that I did, it opened my eyes to how many people just don't know. They're working in an office or something all week, and then on the weekend they just don't do this stuff. So there's a market for it, where they want to learn the basic skills and what have you. So it'd be nice. I mean, you can see here, there's not a shortage of dry space where you can get your kit out, you can show your kit, you can test your kit, use your kit, and then you can walk straight out the door there and you're in some woodland. You can set a basher up, you can live out of it for a weekend or what have you. You've got running water, you've got electric, whatever you need. So it is ideal. So that's if we go down the other fork, but again, that's not dependent on me, that's dependent on other people, and if yourselves are interested. So anyway, I'll stop waffling, I'll finish my bottle, I'm going to get off this nice comfy sofa, and the fire's gone out so it's bloody freezing in here. I'm going to go back over to my Land Rover, kick my night heater in, and set my bed up. So more than likely I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Right, so it was windy last night. I don't mean like a little bit of wind, I mean like at one point there was this gust of wind and I heard it rip through the trees and hit the side of the Land Rover, and it was like someone ran into the side of the Land Rover. It was mad. So I want to start the day off with a thank you. Massive thanks to the Patreons. It's incredible because like what it is, I'll just turn those off. Doing YouTube, I've done YouTube now for about 7 years, but it was a hobby up until about, well, it still is a hobby, up until the last 18 months, 2 years, that kind of thing. And I've really started to get into it. By getting into it to make the videos, you put more effort into it, you put more time into it, you do more editing, you buy better equipment. As soon as I started doing that, started making a progression. As you've noticed, the subscribers went nowhere for years because none of the bigger YouTubers will give me the time of day or anything like that. So it didn't go anywhere for a long time. I think it took me a year to get like 100 subscribers, another year or so to get up to 500. I can do 1,000 in a week now if I put a good video up. It's that kind of different. So yeah, and what the difference is, the Patreons of last year I spent about $3 in just cameras, computers, editing gear, that kind of thing. So when people pay in, buy me a drink pretty much, or a drink a week, a drink a month, that kind of thing, it makes all the difference because it's that accumulative thing that it all adds up, goes in a pot, and it goes towards the camera gear. So I just want to say thank you for that. As a bit of a thank you, oh that's bad, as a bit of a thank you, like always, if a company gets in touch and they want to do something with say like product placement, that kind of thing, you know I don't do reviews, that kind of thing. However, like Olight, they're doing a thing. You've seen the Olights loads of times, you know I've got a thing for them. Going to do a giveaway, so this month and possibly next month as well, there'll be an Olight giveaway on Patreon, just as a thank you back. So I'd appreciate if you take 2 seconds just to watch the Olight bump, have a look at it. There's going to be some sales on, so get them while they're on offer. And yeah, if you're on the Patreon thing, you'll be in the raffle. So there we go. Right, bear with me, I'm getting out of the wind, it's freezing out there. Olight said they're going to send a torch out to the winner, so all I've got to do is show you this. It's a Seeker 2 Olight. Okay, it's 3000 lumens. It's ridiculous. The bump on it is basically it's got a 5-year warranty on it. They're doing a bundle, so it's 40% off if you get the bundle. All right, I'll put a link to that below. Basically, in here, this is a nice one. I've got all different ones. I've got the head torch one, I've got the small batten one, I think it's the batten one they're going to send out to the Patreons, and I've got the tactical one as well. This one, it's not much bigger than the tactical one, however, it is weighty. It's got a lot of weight to it. Main thing is, it's got the rechargeable thing, and if you go to the door over there, or I've got another one by my bed here, it starts charging, that easy. Whip it off charge, job's a good one. It's got all the features, so you can turn it on, it's bright, you can turn it on, it's insane bright. That's with a double click. It's got the battery monitor on the front of it. It's got 3 in this one, so that must be how they get the 3000 lumens. They've got 3 massive LEDs. If you put it on stupid bright and put your hand on it, it gets hot. It's banging out some power. Open it up, it's nice and waterproof. It's got a huge 5000 milliamp battery in it, so yeah, that's where that power's coming from. It's a lot weightier and it's a lot more ergonomic, this one. So this is a high-end torch. So like I say, 40% off it. There we go. That's the bump. Please check it out, because like I say, Erin's been absolutely bang on with me, and she sent me this stuff out to use, test, all the rest of it, because as you know, I'm one of them people that buys a 10 quid cheap eBay torch and I'm happy with it because it chucks loads of light out and it doesn't use too many batteries. They've kind of twisted my arm a bit and put it in my hand, and yeah, I get where the money is now. It is one of them. It's an expensive item, but so is a Ferrari. It does what it says on the tin and it works. So yeah, check them out. There is going to be offers on other stuff later on, but like I say, there's a link below to the Seeker deal. It's 40% off. That's a hell of a chunk of money. So there we go. Check that out. I'm still my favourite one. I've got a couple here as well. So you got the little batten, which as you can see, it's not as bright, it's a lot smaller. Nice little pocket carry one. And my favourite one, just because of what I do, it's the head torch one. So it's magnetic, so it'll stick to things wherever you're working, that kind of thing. It also is magnetic to stick to your head. They've got a specific thing for that, and it's got the two-way thing. And most of the time, what I do is I tuck it in here and light my beard up. So yeah, they are a cool bit of kit. Them, I do like them, and it's not just the ones they've sent me. I have bought my own of these as well. Now that I've put hands on, I do like them. So check that out. That's my corporate bump for this video. So thank you very much for putting up with that, and for those of you that actually are looking for a torch and everything, that's your deal. That was the smallest milk that I had. Crazy. So what I've done, in the back of here, I've got poo bags in case you get caught short in the woods. I've got Jetboil lid. I've got jet boil. Basically, it's a big brew kit and rat pack kit. I've got me boiling the bags, nuts and whatnot. It's just you know, you get caught short or you camp food, that kind of thing. This is going to live in the van when I'm at work if I want to brew, that kind of thing. In the top section, I've got multi-tool, I've got a power bank. That's a little El Cheapo power bank that just keeps going. I'm going to get the Ridge Monkey one eventually because it's shockproof, but while ever that keeps going, I can't really justify it. This section here, brew kit, generic brew kit, plus obviously when I work away and stuff you get all the tea bags and things. A bit of soap because you need to wash your hands. Obviously I carry most of this stuff in the Bergen as well, it's just if you have to drop your Bergen you've still got this. And then in the front bit, just a bit of fire lighting gear, so ferro rod, lighter, matches, bit of tinder, that kind of thing. So yeah, gonna go jet boil this morning, just what I brew. Basically, I don't use this as much as I should. I use this at work more than anything else, and it's just a quick, efficient, fast way of getting something warm. You can drink out of here, it's got the little thing on the top so you don't burn your lip and stuff, but I like that. But, yeah man. Right, so let's go in now. No, that's not asking for a scolding, is it? So yeah, one thing that actually, now would have been the perfect time to do it because I'm off work for the next week or two. If you don't know, I'm an unemployed bum due to differences and obviously being held back in my career. I've left that job. I've got another job. The only problem is with what I do, it takes a while to do the background checks. If you're actually running a company properly, you can't just start someone the next day. You've got to do background checks, all other checks, DBS checks, all that lot, get everything together. So I start beginning the next month. So I don't know where that's going to leave the videos, whether I'm going to be busier, whether I'm going to be quieter. I can't tell you. So we'll see what they do, how they do it. I'm excited for a bit of a change because I've been held back for years. I just need to learn because I'm getting left behind. So yeah, that's exciting for that side. What I'm going to do is I need to get in contact on Monday with the sticker man. So I don't know if you've seen on my Instagram, I've changed the logo and everything. I've had one of the art things of the vehicle, the logo and all that lot made up. So I'm going to turn that into a sticker, a proper, a decent one. I'm going to get a load of them done off. As well as that, I'm going to get a load of hats, loads of t-shirts, things like that. Please don't bombard me trying to get in the t-shirts. I'm doing a minimum order of 20 because you're going to get. What it was, the last place was great, but they were so expensive. They were already more than what other people were charging for me to buy, and then I was selling them. And they were like the lower quality ones of these, unless you got the real high-end one, which was expensive. It was worth it, but it was expensive. I found another place. The downside is, instead of buying one of these, two of these, another one of those, I have to buy minimum 20 t-shirts, I have to buy minimum 20 hats, I have to buy minimum. So what I'm going to do is, I've got a few thank yous that I need to send out, so they're going to go into that order. I've got a few other little bits and pieces that need to go out, and then whatever's left, Patreons are going to get the first pick of it. If the quality and everything's how I want it, and it lasts, and it's alright, then I'll look at getting a stock. But as you can imagine, when you're buying like 30, 40, 50 items, it's not the cheapest thing in the world. So if you're an obscure size, like really, really small, or anything over a 2XL is more expensive. So just gonna have to work it out as it goes along, so bear with me. I know people want the gear, I know people want to do it to support the channel and stuff, but it's just the time and the initial outlay, if that makes sense. So this is a bit of the jet oil where you never really know if it's fully. There we go, yeah. This is like, I'm a clumsy oaf, so when it comes to stuff like this, I'm always waiting to burn myself. So yeah, if you didn't see these, where are we? Darren shouts out every time, every morning when I make a brew, you're going to get a shout out because it's a tea bag with coffee in it. And I like nice coffee. It's a bit of a treat. I have instant during the week, so yeah, easy camping stuff. I like easy. I'm lazy. since the last meet, everyone's been on at me. When are you going to do the next one? When are you going to do the next one? When are you going to do the next one? To be honest, I need to do it, but we made such a mess of the field, I don't want to disrespect the landowner and make an absolute mess of it again when it's wet. So I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, but provisionally we're going to look at April. So I'm going to try and get 3 on this year. If we do April, it's going to be around the middle of April, that kind of time, towards the back end of it. I'll go and have a word with them. Hopefully the weather plays ball, see what they want to do with it. Same again, everybody turn up, big social. There'll be food there if you want food, there's shop there if you want shop. I think they're going to put a bar on this year, try and get some music down there. See how it goes. It's got 2 chances. It's more than anything, it's for people to meet people, and everyone seems to like that, because it just puts you in touch with like-minded people that you didn't know were from your area, which everyone loves it. It's an excuse to test kit, it's an excuse to look around at the vehicles, other setups. I mean, there was everything from, there was a fellow that turned up on a motorbike, well impressed, middle of winter, rocked it out, old school biker, did that, you know. This year I want to try and get a couple of the bigger trucks there. Might even get one of the bigger trucks down here as well for a bit of a review. Anyway, so yeah, we're looking for April for that one, looking at probably mid-July, beginning of July for the summer one, and then probably July, August, September, October, and do October as the final one for the year. So I don't know, let me know what you think. Obviously going to plan it round shows like, so far I'm 50-50 whether I do Edale this year or not. I love going, but I've been 3 years in a row, so I don't know yet. I'm not going to set that in stone. Billing, I've not had an invite through properly for that, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to that one, because I do enjoy filming that. I'm looking at taking my Land Rover through the mud run. If you've not seen the Billing mud run, have a look at that. Yeah, that's all I've got planned so far. Like I say, with work and everything, it's been a bit up in the air. I've not had any overtime for, I think I've struggled to get more than 40 hours for over a year, and as you lot know, I like to do long days and get my money in and enjoy it. So I need to top that daft pot up, so see how we go with it. We'll go from there. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to sweep round, because we've still got some tools and stuff from, basically there's a lot of buildings in a horseshoe. They're looking at clearing the middle of it out, having a fire pit there, some raised beds and stuff for planting veg and things. That's going to be that section, and then that's going to be their little community project thing. As for that little bit over there, all we need to do is just take a few of the smaller branches, trees, things like that. We can get the vehicles into the woods, and that's that sorted. We're not going to do any drastic changes to start with. Thanks for all the offers of people that said they'd come down and help, but I don't want to mob the place, if you know what I mean, because they're still testing they don't know what they want to do, and I don't know what I want to do, so we're kind of just working it out in between. It's an oddity, but in the interim, for the next couple of months, just going to come down, do some vlogs, probably do some walk around videos on some vehicles, test some gear out, that kind of thing, get a couple of lads down, we'll do some basher camps and things. I think there was more demand for the lightweight kit, that kind of thing. Probably get some bushcraft shelters up, might even do a bit of a covert thing, not sure, because if I was doing it properly I won't be YouTubing, do you know what I mean? So I'd have to do it in a way where it's kind of YouTube friendly. So all the people are going, oh, you're making noise, oh, you've got a bit of light. Well, I wouldn't do that, but you've got to film something or there'll be no video, so I don't know, I'll have a think about how I'm going to approach that. So yeah, let's tidy up, square everything away, and we'll look at pulling out. Before I forget as well, I want to do a shout out to Erin at Olight in China. What a lovely person, what a pleasure to communicate with. I struggle with corporations and people like that, because as a tradesman, I'm kind of used to working with my hands, and that's my value. I make something, I fix something, that's what I get paid for. So this whole backwards and forwards with companies and things like that, I find quite difficult, and I don't know how to approach it. Yeah, so I want to say thanks to Erin, because absolutely awesome, thank you very much. You've made it easy for me, you've been really polite. If anybody else sees this that you work with, top worker, thank you. So credit where credit's due, innit? If something's bad, you know I'll tell you. If something or someone's good, there you go. After all these years, I'm still running the homemade grill on the back. He's lasted. He's been on 2 vehicles. Eventually, one day, I might stop being a tight ass and get the front runner one that's a bit better fit and fits on easier, but this keeps going and going and going.